Our friend Dr. Tracy Alloway is back because it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, it is Wellness Wednesday.
Yay!
And today, this is a pretty interesting talk or subject that you are bringing up. So it's National Hug Day on the 21st, so Friday. But the power of a hug is something that really you can't replace,
Yes.
right? Like the human touch, if you will.
It is, and it's the first thing that we connect with. The minute we enter this world between the mother and the child, it releases this bonding hormone called oxytocin just from that simple touch.
That's so interesting. So obviously it's a physical thing, but what's happening up here mentally?
Yeah, so it's fascinating because you mentioned touch, but two things our brain registers touch in two ways. One, a fast touch, like when a fly lands on your nose, but a hug is a slow touch. So we actually register the emotion behind that touch. So it's really powerful
Yeah,
for that
very
reason.
powerful. You know, it's interesting too, if you look back the last couple years with COVID, you know, obviously families could have that type of physical love, but it's not shared throughout because of people are Zooming now and not getting out. I would imagine that had a pretty big effect on a lot of people.
It can, and one thing to remember is that if you are, you do have family, you have a partner that you are able to see, there's research to show that it creates a positive feedback loop. So the more affection we show to one another, it's reciprocated, it boosts our oxytocin, and it can also reduce our stress levels. So it's really powerful from that perspective as well.
What about with kids? I would imagine it's really important, especially the years that they are developing, just to know that love is around them.
It is, and it actually helps create a positive attachment style. Psychologists talk a lot about how we form bonds, how we attach, and that family provides a framework for how we then go on and form attachments in our adult life. And the fascinating thing is that all you need is 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And a study found that when they compared people who had to be in a stressful situation, like give a presentation, 20 seconds was enough to de-escalate the stress and increases oxytocin.
It's interesting, but I feel like 20 seconds is a long time. Now, if it's like one of my like kids or something like that, it's not.
Sure.
But 20 seconds, like 1,000, 2. I feel like a casual thing, maybe it's like 2 beats, but am I wrong on that or no? Is that an odd perception?
Well, maybe you want to say the 20 seconds for a loved one.
Yes,
or family
okay, you're
member.
right. But when you said that, when you break that down, now here's something that's kind of odd. If you don't have a loved one in your life to do this right now, or family, you could do this with a cushion.
That's right. So another study found that they had people talk for 15 minutes on the phone, and it was, a stressful conversation. And they found even hugging a pillow, just the whole act of moving your hands around something and pulling that close, also reduce their cortisol levels, their stress hormone. So really powerful. If you don't want to hug for 20 seconds, find a cushion and make sure you give it a tight squeeze.
So that's something that anybody could practice even at home. You have a stressful situation, maybe it's school, maybe it's work. You do that and then almost your mind's kind of being tricked, right? Probably from all the memories that you had before with hugs? Is that kind of what?
In part too, the researchers suggest there's the physiology of extending your arm. So you're not being closed in, you're not kind of keeping that stress in, but you're opening up and you're allowing yourself to receive that kind of comfort.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So again, National Hug Day is Friday the 21st. So find somebody and hug them for 20 seconds and you will be really happy. I wanted to mention too, you have an app online now.
Yes.
And this is a great tool for a lot of people out there, especially when it comes to memory and other things like that. Can you explain that?
Yes, so the app is AWMA, which helps your memory, and there are 50 strategies that you can follow along, one for all of your 5 senses, or 10 for your 5 senses.
And if people want to learn more about you, the website?
I'm TracyAlloway.com, and more tips from my book, Think Like a Girl, and I post lots of our videos on there too.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stick around, more to come right after this.